Hello guys, it's Miss Garcia. Welcome to Math City with Miss G. In this video, we are going to talk about test prep questions for ACT. Let's focus our attention on the problem that is on the screen. We are given that a probability question. To make a 750 jigsaw puzzle more challenging, a puzzle company includes 5 extra in the box along with 750 pieces, and those 5 extra pieces do not fit anywhere in the box. If you buy such a puzzle box, break the seal on the box and immediately select one piece at random. What is the probability that it will be one extra piece? So that would be letter D, because there are 5 extra pieces and we're gonna add these 5 extra pieces to the 750, so which makes the denominator 755. Let's try another problem. What fraction lies exactly halfway between 2/3 and 3/4? So when we say halfway, that is referring to midpoint. How do we find midpoint? So if we recall, in finding midpoint, we're going to add 2 numbers and we're going to divide it with 2 because we've got 2 numbers that we added. So that's what we are going to do. First step is we're going to add 2/3 plus 3/4. Now, because the denominators are different, we're going to make the denominators the same. So the least common multiple for these 3 and 4 is 12. So how do I make 3 into 12? So I've got to multiply 3 by 4, and as well as the top, the numerator. I'm also the 3/4, I'm gonna multiply this by 3. So what I'm doing here is simply multiply the fraction by 4/4, and that is exactly equal to 1. Multiply 3/4 by 3/3, and that is also exactly equal to 1. But the process is making the denominator the same. There are other ways to make the denominators the same. Do what you want to do, however you learned this in the past, do it. Okay, so our denominator is now the same. We've got 12 and 12. We're going to bring that over, equals 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 3 is 9. Adding these two together, that is equal to 17/12. So that's the first step. The second step is we are going to divide the answer that we got by 2 because we have 2 numbers that we added together. So 17 over 12 divided by 2. Now we're going to make that 2 as a fraction, 2/1. Now, if you may recall, how do we divide fractions? If you said keep, change, flip, or KFC, you are right. We're going to keep the first fraction, change the operation, and flip the second fraction. So let's do that. We keep the first fraction, 17/12. We change the operation into multiplication, and we flip the second fraction into 1/2, which is equal to 17/24. So which makes the answer letter K. Oh, this got cut off, so there's no 24. This should be 24, right? All right, let us try another problem. Number 3. What is the difference? Difference is referring to subtraction. Between mean, which is average, and the median, which is the middle number of the sets of numbers. So first we're gonna find the mean, and to find the mean is we're gonna add all the numbers together, 3 plus 8 plus 10 plus 15, and we added 4 numbers all together. We're gonna divide it by 4. So doing the math, we're going to add the numbers together. We divide by 4. That will give us a 9. Median. We're going to find the median. Before we find the median, we need to make sure that the numbers that we have are arranged from the smallest to the biggest number. So we've got 3, 8, 10, 15. It is arranged in order from smallest to the largest number, so we are good. However, the middle number, we got 2 middle numbers. So we've got 8 and 10. And because we've got 2 numbers, we're going to add these 2 together and divide it by 2 to get the middle number, or the median. So that would be 18 divided by 2, which is 9. The question earlier was, what is the difference? So we're going to take 9 and a minus 9. So the difference between these two, that makes it 0. So letter A is the answer. Let's try another problem. Which of the following describes a true relationship between the functions f of x equals quantity x minus 3 to the power 2 plus 2 and g of x equals 1/2 x plus 1, graph below in the standard xy coordinate plane? So first thing that we need to do is, let's see. We've got 2 answers in here. Okay, why is that? Because we have a line, and this graph that we have touches these 2 points. Okay, so we are gonna cancel the g. G is not possible because that says one value of x, exactly 1 value of x. So no, that's not possible. But however, we've got h and j that we need to figure out. So how do I do that? So I would try and figure out if h and j is going to be possible, h or j. So I'm gonna let, if x is equal to 0, 0 is something I would like to substitute and use because that will make the math easier to work out. So what do I mean by that? I'm looking at f of x, the x right here. I'm going to replace that x with 0. And same thing with the g of x, replace that x with 0 and compare the answer. So this is a trial and error. So I'm going to write f of 0 equals, replacing that x with a 0, minus 3 to the second power plus 2. That's 9 plus 2, which makes 11. And then I'll do the same thing with a g of x, which is g of 0 equals 1/2 times 0 plus 1. So this cancels out because that's a 0, and so this will give me a 1. Now, that could be possible for j. However, the word, it says for all x. So I've got to double check. So what that means is I am going to think of a number. I'm looking at f of x right here. A number that will make this expression equal to 0. So if this will be 3, that will make the expression equal to 0. So that's where this next information is coming from. So I would like to make with the x, if x is equal to 3, then I will have f of 3 equals 3 minus 3 to the power 2 plus 2. This cancels out because 3 minus 3 is 0 to the second power 0. So this is equal to 2, while g of 3 is equal to 1/2 times 3, which is 1.5 plus 1. That makes it 2.5. So then that would make that would cancel out j in this case. And if of x is less than g of x for all x, that cancels h as well. So this explains why we cancel these 2 numbers. Letter K, if f of x is the inverse of g of x, definitely they're not inverse to each other. So we cancel that, therefore the answer is F. Hopefully you have found value in this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.